this iPad make me look fat? You ready? We're doing derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions. Yeah, these guys right here. You should write them down and memorize them. But this first flick is to show you where they come from. That's where I'm from. I'll show you this one. The sine inverse is that biz. So let's first start with the sine. Y is equal to the sine inverse of x. Let me remind you, this corresponds to a triangle. This one. Bam! Where are angles y? Yeah. And you can see that as x over 1. Sure. So the sine, that's so. Which was what? Opposite over hypotenuse? Opposite. X. Hypotenuse 1. So then we use the Pythagorean to get this other side. That's the square root of. Is that 1 minus x squared? Is that how I get that part? Is that right? Remember last time when we were in the review sections and I was like, you're going to use this one day when we do inverse trig? Also with trig sub. We'll go back to that. So put that in your pockets. We'll go back to that. That's over on the side. But now we're here. Where? If y is equal to the sine inverse of x, then the sine of y is equal to x? Is that correct? You guys are with it today. Yeah, that's right. So then let's go ahead and let's take the derivative of each side with respect to x. I want to take the derivative with respect to x of the sine of y, and then that's going to be equal to the derivative with respect to x of x. What's next? We take the derivative implicitly. That says, everywhere I see the derivative of y with respect to x, I'm going to tack on a dy dx. So what's the derivative of sine? Cosine of y, because it's the derivative of the outside evaluated at the derivative of the inside times the derivative of the inside. That's dy dx. So, okay. What's the derivative of x with respect to x? Uno. So we're going to go and we're going to divide both sides by that cosine y. So we do that. I'm left. I'm going to take it right up here. So then dy dx, that's 1 over the cosine of y. Now we got to go and we got to back some. We got the cosine y and we got that triangle up here. This guy. All right. The cosine of this triangle, that's the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So we can rewrite that guy down there with the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So then, dy dx is 1 over the adjacent. That's the square root of 1 minus x squared over the hypotenuse, which is 1. Point to it. Yeah, right there. That finger. But dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, so you flip it, and then 1 times 1 is just 1, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that stuff right there. Whoop. Box and flower. And what was that? That was showing you where this guy comes from. And all the other ones are made the same way.